anything in your life that you absolutely adore, but you don't get to use often enough? I think we all do. I was actually thinking of like the small things. My immersion blender to make butternut squash soup, my Audible library, a swimming pool, board games, gingerbread men, cookie cutters, that kind of thing. I ended up sending this question to a few of my girlfriends, and y'all, it got deep, real deep. While all those were super legit, I was definitely not going that serious. We live in Texas, and I was thinking coats. Coats is what I was thinking. It's hot here the majority of the year, and we just don't get enough of a chance to wear outerwear. Come here, Lulu. What do you think? Lulu agrees. And I really, really look forward to a cold snap so that I can do some layering, not only for comfort, but I also like to add a little bit of style with it. So today we're looking at 4 pieces of outerwear, City Chic style. So City Chic has a whole heck ton of outerwear options, legit measurement. In fact, whenever I was trying to put my little collection together, I found 19 options. 19. There were 19 on the website. Like, I narrowed it down initially to 19. And then whenever I went back through, I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that I had done that many. They've got capes, they've got coats, they've got cardigans, layering pieces, blazers, sequin blazers. And I want to take a little moment of silence for my decision to not include this sequin blazer. I don't know where I'd wear it, but once that bad boy goes on clearance, she's coming here. Ultimately, I settled with 4 pieces, and I really think that these 4 are going to get me from the fall through the winter season. And though I do have a few other pieces in my closet, I could probably deal with just these if I had to. I went with a more formal kind of tartan plaid coat because I feel like that's incredibly classic. It looks stylish, and I have several wool coats that are plain. City Chic has some gorgeous ones, but this is where I wanted to go for that style. Then I've got this denim trench, which I'm pretty excited about because it's so incredibly different, but I am a little bit apprehensive about how I'm going to style it. So that's something that we should definitely talk about together. Next, I went with something a little more like fancy and fun, which is this like faux leather, faux fur, Spanish style long overcoat. I think that that could be really fun to kind of formal up, going out with the ladies, like a different take on fancy. And then finally, my most practical is this cargo style jacket. This one's incredibly lightweight, and I think this is going to be ideal for any casual setting. I might challenge myself and see if there's a way to dress it up, but I'm not sure that I can. Let's look at them. There are a lot of times whenever I try and save the best for last, but today is a dessert first situation. I love this coat. This is the Alani. I think that it's absolutely beautiful. This was the first one that like screamed at me on the website, and so it never came off of my list. Like, everything went on and went off and went on and went off, and this one was the constant. I love that it looks like it could be something that my mom had in her closet back in the 70s, but it feels absolutely trendy today. This is a wonderful length. It's below my knees. The one thing that I really watch out for whenever I'm styling an overcoat is that I want the length of my coat and my underlayer to differ. It doesn't matter to me if it's shorter, if it's longer. I just want them to differ. And I want to show you, this is just a little black dress, and I can take this from business, sophisticated, taking this off and working the day away, or I can change it and get rid of my heels. I'm going to scoot you back to make sure you can see my shoes. So this is just a little black dress, but I'm going to show you how I can totally change the look of the exact same outfit with the same accessory by changing my footwear. Okay, I feel like this makes it a little bit edgier when you add the boots as opposed to the heels. I'm totally happy with either, but I think that this one's gonna get more compliments. The other, I'm dressed nice, I've got a nice jacket. This way I feel stylish. And one thing that I like to do if I don't feel like buttoning my coat, and I'm sure that this is absolutely not a trick, but I like to take it and tie it in the back. And whenever I do that, I think that it sits really nicely on me in a more open manner so that I'm not constantly worrying about the flapping. I think that this jacket is a win. When I was going long dress, the first thing that came to mind was this burnt orange, and that's because it really pulls directly from the colors in the coat. But I opted for this rose colored dress because it feels so feminine. I love the length. I love the dual texture. This is like the twofer. It's an Anthropologie dress that I got through my new lease, so it will be going back, but I've worn the heck out of it. I love the way that it feels. I love the way that it looks. And where this color is not actually reflected in the coat, I want you to look. It blends super well because they're both kind of fall autumn colors. One of the most important things whenever I'm layering a coat like this is not necessarily what the top looks like, but how bulky it is. I can't put bulky things underneath it. I'm not going to put a sweater underneath it. Even whenever I was in Germany and it was like freezing, I might want sleeves, but I want them to be a little bit lightweight. That works for me for comfort, but then I also think that it's a little more appealing. Now, there is a coat guide on City Chic site, and it really kind of suggests that you size up. For me, that hasn't been the case. All of these are a size 20. I'm an 18-20. I suppose that is kind of the sizing up version, but I am more a 20 than I am an 18. So I think that it's really true to size. To me, sizing up would feel like I was going to a 22. I think we're gonna go for a slightly more casual look.
Hey, why don't you go get Dad?
Not super casual, but casual-ish. These pants I have worn with like the tennies that I've got on now. I've worn it with heels, I've worn it with loafers. They work with just about anything, and I think they're pretty awesome. This coat does pull both of these colors in there. I think that it's fantastic, but it also really does dress up this outfit. Like, if I were to take this exact outfit and I were to patch it with my cargo, it would have a totally different vibe. And you know what? I make the rules around here. We're gonna try it. Review of coming attractions. What do you think? Yeah, you know, I almost, because this all feels very dark, it does feel very fall. I think that if I took a cream or a white colored top, I might even like this more. This is a fantastic jacket for this time of year. Looking at this coat, I was calling it a wool coat. It is a polyester. You gotta dry clean it. It's a size 20, which is a large in City Chic speak, and they're just so beautifully made. There's an inner button and then a magnetic clasp that does it, and then we've got the tie. This coat is absolutely staying. I've already worn it several times. In fact, we had to go out of town to visit family kind of unexpectedly, and I took this with me. My little niece borrowed it because she was cool, and it was just a very comfortable coat and absolutely no worse for wear. You would never know that I travel with this bad boy if I didn't say it out loud. Okay, I'd love your opinion, but I think this totally works. I really wanted to see if I could elevate this and make it a little bit more formal, and I think that this was a success. Look. I was worried that the jacket hem would be like right at the dress, but not the case. This one might be one of my favorites. And then one of the things that I really like about it is that we've got this string inside of the casing. And so I can pull this in, brilliant, and give myself a little waist with this jacket. Probably I just did too much. Yeah, love that. For most people, I think this would be one of the most practical. Now for me, I go to an office setting every day, and so I do dress a little more formally. So I don't really do jeans. I can do denim, like full dresses, but I could totally rock this outfit at the office. Okay, so on its own, this is fairly casual, and I think that it's the wash of the denim. Typically, I think of lighter washes as being a little more casual, darker washes as being a little bit more formal. I don't know if that's some kind of strange bias that I have, but it's how I feel. Okay, that works. I do really, really like this drawstring feature. Totally makes me feel like I got an hourglass going on. Which I don't. But I think that this is cute. I'm still trying to embrace the denim skirt. For this outfit, this jacket is kind of winning for me. So if we're going casual jeans, let's see. I'm sure that this guy is gonna shine. Absolutely. This is just easy. I feel like I could go to a birthday party. I feel like I could go to the grocery store. I feel like I could do just about anything but go to an office building. This is where this jacket lives, though it has fun visiting elsewhere. I haven't actually tried this on with anything that I haven't liked. I haven't tried anything. Yeah, I think that's right. What I'm saying is every time I've put this jacket on, I've liked the outfit look. And I think that it is cute. Which is interesting because I think that that means that this may be the most versatile piece and it's the most casual, and I thought that I would get the least amount of wear from it because I normally lend more toward formal in my everyday life, like work formal. I think the most challenging one for me, I guess, mentally, was the denim trench. It's because I really didn't know how to classify it. Do I think of it like a trench coat? Do I think of it like a jean jacket? And I've decided, like, based on research and how I've tried it on with things, that I prefer to think of it as a denim jacket. So don't overthink it. Wear it the same way you'd wear a denim jacket and you're gonna look fantastic. I'm just throwing it on over this. You're gonna see a lot of the same clothes repeated because every time I put something on, I think, oh, I wanna see how it works with that. Oh, I wanna see how it works with that. So this is a double-breasted trench. It's got the interior clear buttons, and then it's got the over buttons, and then of course these are fake buttons, just like a normal trench, and then it is also belted. Y'all, this does fit very much like a trench coat while feeling like a denim jacket. I think that's so fascinating. So I'm kind of tying it in the back, just like I did with my little plaid number, and I think it's an interesting look. So this keeps it open. I think you could really easily just kind of look like a cool girl hanging out in this denim jacket. I really like the sleeves. You've got two different buttonholes, which kind of make it pulled in to where it's a little bit more fitted right here. I just think that it's an interesting coat. There's something in me that just really lends toward things that fascinate me. Yeah, this size 20 is absolutely the size that I needed. And the weight of this denim feels like any denim jacket that you would have. It's probably heavier than like your standard trench, but there's something comfortable about denim that I feel like I can wear, probably not in the heat of the summer, but easily in those 80-degree days. If I'm being honest, I could probably have sized down in this one, but if I'm wearing anything at all bulky, this is where I'd want it. I want my coats to fit, but not be at all restrictive, and so a 20 is where I want to be. I think that this is really neat. I think next I'm gonna go for kind of like the Canadian tuxedo look where we do denim and denim. I've seen a whole lot of that this year on the runways. I think that it's a fascinating look. I don't think that without having seen that, it's anything that I would have tried, but we're doing it. Okay, I was trying for Canadian tuxedo and I ended up going full Canadian spy. I don't know. I love you Canadians. I think that this is fascinating. I don't think that I would wear this together. It kind of looks like the dress just blends in with the jacket, but I did have to show it on. This is just a denim dress in the same wash as the jacket. It's a smidge longer, but not much. I mean, I'm nearly breaking my don't be the same length rule, but again, rules are meant to be broken. We wear what we want, but I don't think that this is the way that I would do this. We're gonna try something different. Okay, so this doesn't evoke a lot in me. Like I'm not feeling super negative or super positive with it. I don't know if this was something that I would go to. If I had this outfit on, I would probably do something more like this. And if I wanted to fancy it up, I might even try this guy. But let's see what it looks like closed to see what the dark over the light looks like. I don't know if it's that it's the skirt and we've got that opening, but there is something a little bit odd about this pairing to me. Could be that it's a skirt, could be the color combination, not positive. What I will say is that this one's going to probably take me the longest to get used to. I am gonna try a dress on under it as kind of my little finale for this one, but I am excited to have it. Like that little denim dress that I was wearing earlier, that was one that I was kind of really on the fence in that City Chic video where I featured it. It was this one. I'll put it over here. I've worn that probably not the most, but real high up there. Sometimes a girl just needs to work her way into it. And that's the way I'm feeling about you. Okay, this is one of my absolute favorite dresses. I know that it's a little summer, but I feel like if you can buy lemons year round, you should be able to wear them. I really think that I could probably wear this in the summer with this dress, but I wanted to see how this worked. And I kind of thought that it would fancy up the dress a little bit, but it almost does the opposite. Sometimes this dress feels a little bit formal, and I feel like the jacket actually like brings it down to earth a little bit. What do you guys think? If I have it buttoned, I've discovered my absolute favorite way to wear this jacket right now, and it is with a beautiful printed dress underneath it. Look at the bottom of this. I think that I'm already loving this more. Yeah, I think that's absolutely stunning. It's not lightweight. I mean, it is like a standard non-stretch denim, but I think that I could truly wear this in the cooler summer months. I've got several moto jackets from City Chic that are this vegan leather, and I will say that they are incredibly warm. I think that they're super stylish, but it's gotta be cool outside for me to wear them, like verging on cold. And to walk back in the house where it's 70 degrees, I don't necessarily feel comfortable with them on, but you normally take a jacket off when you're inside. If you're putting something on to make it cool in part of your outfit and you wanna keep it on all night, you might want it to be like a colder outside party. This one, I'm not feeling it yet. It's interesting because I tried one that was kind of a pink color from Torrid recently, and by the end of my talking, my arms were a little bit sweaty. I think that this one looks absolutely gorgeous. I really didn't know what I was gonna think about it with like the plain top jeans look, but it makes me look fancy. And whenever you take this off, I'm just like, plain old jeans girl. This is probably the most fitted of all of these. So if I was gonna size up in any of them, this would be the one. And I mean, I think that a 20 is where I'd be. I don't wanna order a 22, but I'm letting you know if this was one that you were interested in. If you're skirting 2 sizes, I would go to the one that's a little bit higher. Now this belt does move around a little bit, so it's probably not gonna stay centered for me. There was this one that I really struggled with. It was actually between this one and this crazy fur one because it felt so like mafia wife. And I thought, in fact, everyone that I sent it to was like, where would you wear that? And I was like, same place I'd wear this. This just feels a little bit more acceptable. Like both of those, I am trying to be noticed, but I think that this is really, really pretty. I love the color. I don't actually know that I've got anything that's really this kind of pretty camel. It's got some nice little pockets and the faux fur is very soft and I'm not dying in it. So that's a good thing. It's a little warm, but I might be able to keep this on for the first half of the party. Okay, when I think of this coat, this is really kind of what I'm thinking of. It makes me think like fancy, va-va-voom, and conveniently, I have a City Chic dress in my closet called the va-va-voom, and it happens to be in red. Let me show you. But see, this coat is just like that perfect level of ridiculous that goes with something like this. I think that this would be a really fun date night outfit. I think that this would be so fun if I put on like a sequiny dress and do New Year's Eve or a girlfriend birthday party. All right, so if I'm classifying them, I got like my practical friend, my quirky one, my classy lady, and this is my fun friend. Okay, so I feel like if I kind of class up my under outfit a little bit, so I've got like a satin skirt, a satin top, and I put this little Spanish señorita over her, it actually makes the coat seem a little bit less gaudy or extravagant. And I don't know, I kind of like it all the ways. I really feel like I liked it best over that red dress because it just felt so fun. And I think that's where I'll use it, like those times whenever I want to pop, like if we have a themed bunko, or if we're going to a girlfriend's birthday party, or a super fancy date night, New Year's Eve, that kind of thing. I think that this would be so much fun. I know I did this one with pants earlier, but I really wanted to try it with these jeans. I love this coat. And I think that it's beautiful with this. And I kind of actually want to give you my final thoughts on this collection. These are pieces that I'm definitely keeping in my closet. I'm going to keep all 4 of them, and they all have their uses. I can tell you that the 2 that are going to get the most use are definitely this one and the green one. These pieces could possibly be the only 2 that I had, and I could get through the fall or winter. My other 2 are like a little added pizzazz. This one I would absolutely wear somewhere that I want to stand out. A little faux fur in the winter is always a really good statement. This is going to be awesome for some of those really fun gatherings in December where you're with a super fun group of people and you want some clothes that have a little personality. And then my denim, I really like it. I think that as time goes on, I'll probably lean on it a little bit more heavily than I can think of doing so right now. I love wearing a denim jacket. One of the things that I don't love about a denim jacket oftentimes is where it hits me. A lot of them hit me kind of like right underneath my waistband, and I feel like it kind of truncates my waist. And that's something that having denim in a trench would totally solve because you've got the tie there, it'd pull it in. If you left it open like this, there is some natural waist, you've got a little bit of separation, there's a little more visual interest. So I think anytime I want to grab for a denim jacket, I'm going to try and make myself redirect and grab this guy, and I bet that I eventually fall in love. Right now I've got an affinity, but I believe with proper nurturing. I would love to know your favorites. If you've got any style of coat that you think that I should try, if there's anything from City Chic that you think that I should try, please drop me a line. My email is also always in the description. The links will be down there. City Chic does send these to me for review, but I totally get to choose the options. Thank you, City Chic. And I want to thank you so much for watching me. Without you, I would not have opportunities like this. It really, really does mean a whole lot to me. And for those of you who always comment, and I feel like I've gotten to know down in the comments, even if I don't respond on every video because life gets chaotic, I just want you to know how incredibly grateful I am. If you like this video, please like it. If you're new to my channel and you like content like this, I'd love it if you would subscribe. And you know what? I hope that you have a day as amazing as you are, and I will see you in the next one. But
So beautiful.